So let me tell you what is the next step. Okay, it's we don't get into the solution, we don't get into design, uh, we don't really find out the solutions at this point of time. This is not, we are still in the world of customers and in the world of understanding customers and then defining that problem. Somebody says define that problem, could be a better way of saying it. But in the world of IPRO or systematic innovation, I think this is what we said. What's next, right? What's next after discovering insights? So the immediate step, which we all need to remember, right? The immediate step, because we are following a very systematic approach. Okay, the immediate step is to convert this voice of customer or insights into measurable parameters. So you can call it as measurable main parameters of value. Okay, so this is the voice of customer. The insights are voice of customers, which has to be translated by us, right? By not by customer, by us. It's like a language translation. If somebody speaks Hebrew language, somebody needs, we need a translator to convert it into maybe our own language. That's what this activity is, which translates into the language of engineering, the language of technical world. That we call it the voice of product. And they're now important when it comes to the engineering. they are they have to be measurable, something which you can measure, something which you can verify. That's how engineering world works. Now let me give you an example. And before that, let me just, again, as I said, we are doing this step because we are going to follow a very systematic approach. This whole methodology is systematic. We are not really going to jump randomly, and that's not allowed, right? When we are developing the product, if you follow the methodology, the efficiency will go up, the fun and you can enjoy the journey. That is more important. Product development can be very strenuous affair as well, right? Now look at this, right? It's a V shape, right, to start with. So we have started with the market. If you look at, then we have captured insight, market segments, which customer, who is our customer, which market segment we want to serve, and then the insights, right? We talked about that, and now this is where we are. We need to convert these insights into MPVs, and MPVs are why. I say why because it is engineering, which is measurable, right? It is measurable. And just note down, we will talk about all this. We are going to traverse the entire V throughout this course, but just make a point. I want to make a point. We don't move from markets to product or solutions, right? Look at this. We don't move that. Otherwise, we will fall in that valley. If you want to see it that way, we need to move in the shape of V only. All right. Okay. Now coming back to the point, and keep this. We'll keep coming to this V shape in terms of where we are. Right. It's our map, and we certainly don't want to jump. And somebody says design. So look at design. It comes quite late in the game. Quite late in the game. And it happens, and nothing wrong. There are, if you are not trained, you can, or somebody can directly jump from this point insights to this point. It is, nobody prevents you. There is no catch in the system. Okay, you can jump. You can even jump to directly your product and sell it the next day. It can all happen, right? uh, so that is possible, but will not do that. Okay, now coming back to the important point, insights must be translated into measurable MPVs. Now I want to stress the point, measurable MPVs. Now let's look at example. What do I mean, and what is this step about? Right. So on the left side we have the needs or insights. So it's a very simple example. Insights can be much more unique and new. This is actually not new, but I'm picking up for explaining you the tool. Need higher pickup at low speeds. Can somebody tell me? Okay, I'll give an example and then you can I'll ask. Now when you want to translate into the measurable, measurable means something which engineering world understands. There is no ambiguity. There is no confusion when we speak the language of engineering. So in the world of engineering, it gets translated as torque. When you say pick up, it's the language of the customer. Customer is struggling to pick up or overtake or something like that. Uh, it gets translates into torque. Torque is measurable for an engine, for a vehicle at particular speed. Speed is measurable. There is a unit, Newton meter, and RPM. Everything is measurable. There is no confusion. And once you know, it's like defining the problem. You need 800 Newton meter torque at 2400 RPM is a very engineering definition. The rest of the organization can work on that target, right? So this step is looks simple but needs some time and effort, right? Don't assume that this is given, and customer is not going to tell you how much torque. The customer is not going to tell you I need 840 Newton meter of torque. No, that is not going to come from customer. That's not his job. Okay, just look at a couple of examples. Need better light means luminous intensity, right? We have to measure it. It is measurable. Need fresh drinking water from tap. This is what any customer like me, layman, will put a, need to a water filter manufacturer. And then you can measure in terms of pH value, percentage contamination, bacteria, ppms, and things like that. Right? This is what it means. This is a voice translation tool. Very simple. Okay, now just do this and just get acquainted, get some acquaintance with this tool. Can you tell me that there is a first box, need high quality sound from headphone, right? What is the measurable? In case I know you are from automotive, but just take a guess. High quality sound from headphone means what will you measure? Decibel value, right? No low noise, decibels, right? Noise cancellation. Mhm. What comes to your mind? dB, wattage. Why? Great, very good. Okay, now I mean you're getting the point. That's the whole point. I mean, yeah, you can measure decibels, the noise level. There is one very typical term they use, and that is called as impedance. Okay, impedance is a measure of the sound quality. Anyway, okay, what about need fresh air from AC, your air conditioner? What will you measure? Need to clean the AC filter frequently. See, somebody says need to clean you are talking about needs. We are now moving in the world of measurable parameters. So please talk about something which you can measure. And we are talking about need fresh air. How will you measure fresh air? Fresh air from your car AC or any other AC. Refrigeration capacity. Refrigeration capacity. Okay. Extra layer of air filter. Purity of air, right? Somebody says purity of air, right? How will you measure the purity of air is the question. Compressor is not measure. Please understand. Compressor is not a measure. Sensor is not measure. Humidity. Somebody Rishikesh said humidity. I agree. Relative humidity. Very good. Percentage oxygen. I agree. You can measure. Please see. This is what we have to do. Temperature is measure. Yeah, it's a measure of the freshness of air. It's a very simple example. When customer says fresh air, you need to translate it into something measurable. Dust content, I agree. See, when somebody says cooling of air, Manish says cooling of air. That what is the cooling of air means? What is the measure? What do you measure when you say air is cool or hot? It's a temperature, okay? Don't say cooling of air, something which you can measure using instrument. It could be categorical measure also. If there is no, if there is no quantifiable measure, sometimes categorical measure like low, medium, high is also a measure. Bacteria level, yeah, it can be measured. Carbon particles in air, yeah, you can measure. Limited decibel frequency which will not harmful to user. Right. Now coming back to third. Now need comfortable ride at high speed. Flow rate, agree. Flow rate is also a measure, but not a measure of fresh air. But ultimately, when customer says fresh air, he's talking about quality of air, and it may have the flow also included. Right. These are all insights. You have to really understand. Customers sometimes say very superficial things, but in the background they mean something else. Now need comfortable ride at high speed. Okay, what will you measure? Spring stiffness, very good. NVH analysis, I mean analysis is a action. What are the measurables? Spring rate, vibrations, yeah, vibrations can be measured. At accelerations, I agree, vibrations, damping frequency, hertz, suspension travel, very good, measures. Dampers is not a measure. Please understand, somebody says dampers. Damper is not a measure. You can say damping coefficient can be measured. Damping characteristics can be measured. Maybe you are indicating the same. Drag force, okay, can be measured. Vibration G levels. Yeah, I mean, think about your own experience. When you say need comfortable ride at high speed, it's shaking. Maybe when you are when you are turning, mm, it is understeering, oversteering. All that can be measured, right? Understeer of the vehicle, oversteer of the vehicle, resistance of the vehicle, the noise in the vehicle, the vibrations in the vehicle. I mean, just be as loud as you can. Don't worry about weight. Could be vehicle. Okay, I think you got the point. Uh, don't please never forget. We will not settle down and not accept anything which is very vague, right? Especially when you come to the gray boxes here or black boxes here. Now somebody says shocks, right? Samruddhi says shocks. No, that's very vague. What do you mean by shock? Please tell me something you can measure. I mean, you can take it to your lab, right? You can take it to your laboratory, your test cell, your rig. You can, put lot of instruments there. You have all that capacity and infrastructure. If not in your factory, but somewhere else in the world, it is all there, right? If you have a fever, right? It's like saying I have a fever. But when you say fever, ultimately you can measure it by thermometer. That's what it means, right? You just don't settle down saying that I just have a fever. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Wheel rate. Somebody says I am all with you. Whenever it is measurable, absolutely you are right. Okay. Perfect. Now moving next. Right now we always talks about MPVs, right? If you remember, the left side is a world of customers. This is the world of engineering, right? Now let's take an example, the world of customer, the left side. Okay. Now customer is interested in placing photo uh, frame on wall at a particular position, right? Right. This is a customer need, and somebody has some. This is a solution. Somebody has directly proposed this solution, right? Let's put a drill and nail and that's it. You can locate the frame on the wall, isn't it? Now my key question is here. What is the MPV for this case? MPV means what is the main parameter value for this case, which reflects the need of the customer. Okay. Now don't try to be so perfect. Tell me what is the MPV for the drill power, position, position of frame. Very good. What else? Somebody says drill power, drill size, diameter of nail, power of machine, layout, size, position, RPM, RPM, aesthetics. Tell me more. Arrangements, hole diameter, hole diameter, frame weight, comfort while drilling. Keep telling me location of nail on wall, weaving angle, easy accessing, drilling force. Keep okay. Bit design, hands-on vibration, thickness of wall, thickness of wall. Okay, okay, all right, all right. Now stop. You can stop. Don't worry. Material of the wall, material of the wall, type of the nail, any material of frame. No, no, no. Okay. Material of the frame is not the right answer. Okay. Any other last thought? Or that's fine. Tool wear, tool wear. Somebody says tool wear. Okay. Positioning. Yeah, positioning. Strength of the nail. Okay. 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 Fine. Now stop. Now, please remember, all of you, please listen to me carefully. Number of nails to be drilled now. Okay. Please listen to me carefully. Important, very important point for technical community and very important aspect which I don't want you to miss out ever. This is a classic mistake, classic catch. Okay, when somebody says number of nails, somebody says the drill speed, somebody says whole diameter, somebody says number of nails, you already are assuming the solution, that solution as if the solution is a drill and the nail only. MPV is nothing to do with the solution. MPV is the translation of customer need. Please understand, it is just a translation of the customer need. There is nothing about solution when we are in the world of customers. MPV is free from any form or any solution which is in your mind. You are getting biased because somebody, because your company is manufacturing only drills, or somebody told you this solution, or something somewhere is there in the mind, and that is a very big going to be an obstacle if you are biased with the solution. So and how to remove the bias? Develop the MPVs which are free from the solutions. Be clear on the problem definition. Problem cannot be a function of solution. Solution is a function of problem, right? So some whoever has said position of this frame, yes, that is the right MPV. Customer is interested in positioning the frame. The drill and the nail is your solution. That is your problem. I mean, that is your world. That is one of the solution. Is that the only solution? Is the drill and the nail is the only solution of meeting the MPV? Absolutely not. You can hang it by using some adhesives. You can use some other technologies. You can have some different ways of doing it. Don't it's not drill and the nail is not the only solution. And if you are pointing out an MPVs related to a drill and nail, then we are lost. Okay, please understand. MPVs are, I always put this kind of slides to record or to make the point, and I call it as a funda. This is very important funda which we should never ever forget. MPV need to be free from the form or solution. They are always free. Okay, I hope the point is clear. Okay, they are free from the form. They represent the world of customer and has no connection to the solution or the form of the solution. Okay, I think I can't stress more, more than this point. I want you to be very clear on this aspect. Okay. Okay, now when you say MPVs, right? Performance, brand, life, and all those things. I mean, just snapshot of what are the different categories of MPVs. MPVs can appear in a different colors and different aspects when it comes to the world of customers. Okay, now when we know, okay, now okay, so this is the before going to this slide, I just want to make a point. It's not just one MPV, right? Customer is just not interested in one MPV. It's not just a positioning of the frame. It is about ease of positioning also. There is an efficiency also. I just don't need the power. I also need the fuel efficiency. I also need the emissions to be low. I also need the noise to be low. I need the aesthetics and things like that. I mean, the customers have a set of MPVs. So we define a parameter called ideality, which has one single measure of all the MPVs together, right? So it says you sum up all the desired MPV desired functions on the top, which is numerator, right? And everything which you want to cut down, right? You want to eliminate like emissions and noise. So you say undesired, which customer doesn't need. Uh, Desired means something we need it, and cost, of course, as much as possible we should cut down. So denominator should be cut down and numerator should be maximized. Very simple. And with this ratio is called as ideality. And there are some more concepts in the literature called weighted ideality and things like that. For example, customer may put more weightage to aesthetics and less weightage to life. All that can be done, but I'll not go there. Uh, that is something uh, obvious. After a point, you yourself will be able to do that, but don't worry about that area, the secondary aspect of it. Okay, now it's very simple, right? Ideality has to be improved. uh, Now, so then if it is so simple, ideality should be improved, then why can't we improve this ideality? Oh, okay, so engineering solution technology design must improve product ideality, quite obvious. Okay, so ideality of, let's say, any car can be a power plus economy plus comfort, right? Plus safety, and on the denominator can be emissions, size, vibrations, and cost. Very simple concept. Now, key question here is for all of you, why can't the parameter of ideality be improved as much as we need? Just improve it. What is the problem? Can you share your views, your inputs, your answers? Just see what you think. Why can't ideality be improved as much as we need, right? Improve it. Your customer will be very happy. We can't get ideal numerator of all desired MPVs. Okay, fine. There is a trade-off between the denominator. So there are many constraints. Oh, there are constraints. Very good. There are trade-off between denominators. Okay. I think this has to do with cost, quality trade-off. Excellent. Somebody is using the word right. Trade-off one parameter and wow. No 100%. No 100% is not possible. Compromises are there. Cost will go very high otherwise. Increase the MPV in the numerator. In the more features we provide, cost will increase. Noise parameters, need technology. Technology is not there, even if we want that, somebody says. Constraints factor is there, cost factor, value of product. Mhm. What else? We haven't seen any significant improvement in the efficiency of IC engine since quite a lot of time. Right. Because other perimeters increase. They need to make product profitable. Excessive freedom. Okay, good. Size may small or large based on customer. Size also main factor. Okay, keep typing. Demand. Okay, what else? Statutory norms, right? Emissions need to keep IDT is equal to P in mind. Yeah, need to keep IDT equal to P in mind. Yes. Anything else? Anything else? More requirements. And I want everybody to please contribute. I don't want people to just sit there and watch this as knowledge sharing session. This is where I need your participation. Even if the answer is wrong, that's fine. The once the answer is corrected, you will remember it forever. So please provide your. It takes only 5 seconds, okay, to type the answer. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now a lot of people have already answered, and that's the key. Some things cannot be achieved scientifically. Some you cannot violate conservation of law. Something is not available, right? The material is available only in the Mars, only on the Mars and Venus, so it's not on the. All that is understood. We are not really going there. That something is absolutely not feasible. 100% efficiency is not possible. Yeah, we cannot violate the laws of thermodynamics. That is all right. Every industry is given the constraints of laws. We are talking about something very important and subtle, which is a practical difficulty which can be overcome, which can help us to I mean, we can't change the laws of thermodynamics, so please do not break we don't want to spend our energies in understanding why we cannot break the laws of thermodynamics. We will not do. We will do something where where the things are in our control, right? And just from that standpoint, see what are the practical and the real difficulties when we want to improve the ideality. And we already have provided the answer, which I'm very happy, because there are trade-offs. You most of you guys have already. So there are trade-offs, sometimes known and sometimes unknown. Okay. Power versus fueling. I mean, this is a traditional, conventional trade-off between the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the power it is. Traditionally, okay, we end up in compromising the fuel economy. Vehicle speed versus stability, right? I mean, the you can't just increase the speed as much as you want and take a turn on a sharp round corner. You will compromise on the stability of the vehicle. Sometimes vehicles start shaking. So there is a trade-off. Vehicle speed versus stability. You can't just improve vehicle speed and ignore stability, right? You can't do that. One parameter you can improve. You can always improve vehicle speed. But what about something else goes wrong, right? You need to be very clear about these trade-offs so that we have the right balance. Battery power density versus safety, right? I can't just keep increasing the power density of my battery, right? Make it compact and compact and compact and compact. I may end up, we have seen it. We have seen that, right? What happens when somebody exceeds the power density beyond the limit, and in your laptops and your mobile phones, what happens? We have seen those cases everywhere. Okay, so there are so the answer is the answer or the point which I want you to carry is this word called trade-off. We also call it as contradiction. Okay, that prevents us to improve the ideality as much as possible. Now, is it like a second law of thermodynamics? We can't do anything? No, we can't. We certainly can do something here. The good news is we certainly can do something here, which is in our control, which is likely to make our product better, innovative. And let's see how. So to remember this, when we are developing the product, we are actually playing this game of a seesaw. We are actually is in the middle of this game of seesaw. Be aware of about it. Uh, this is what I call this trade-off. If you are not seeing any trade-off in your product, I think something. The first thing is something is hidden from you. Something is not known to you, or you are solving a extremely simple problem. Just to do it problem. There is no trade-off. As I said, I'll repeat, either something is hidden from you, somebody is not telling you something, or something is unknown to you. You are not completely knowledgeable about your product and system and hidden factors, or you are solving a very, very simple problem. I mean, you are lucky if you are doing that and you don't have this kind of problem, but then be wary of the fact when you are solving very simple problem, then the scope of the innovation or creating an innovative product goes down. So don't make the problem too simple. And the problems are not simple. You need to discover the problems really. All right, then what happens next? Right. So we don't settle down. We don't want to settle down with this trade-off. We don't want to settle down with the trade-off and to move away from this trade-off. We do something, and to do that something. As I said, this is something in our control, right? So it starts with using a simple tool and understanding this whole problem definition and looking at the product using this simple tool called MPV plot. Okay, so you have the x-axis, we have these parameters, stability versus speed, which are has this crisscross effect, the seesaw effect. We don't just bring the parameters which do not have seesaw effect. Those we are not interested. We are interested in something like this, A versus B, where they have trade. Now this line shows that trade-off. When you increase the speed, stability goes down. That is our simple, a very simple primitive problem statement. Right? It's a very simple primitive problem statement. And look at the I mean, it can actually create the array of technologies and the solutions going forward, even a simple definition like this. And believe me, you have we have multiple trade-offs like this. We are only just talking about one, and once we understand one, the other things are equally true. Okay, now IFR. Now I'm again bringing jargon terminology, but believe, live with it. We will use it quite often, and this is an important concept, ladies and gentlemen. This is an important concept. IFR stands for ideal final result. It means we want to achieve speed also, and we want to achieve stability also. We don't want to travel on this line. So in general, you always have an MPV1 and MPV2. They read off. There is an IFR, and I'll just right. So you want, so let's see if here is your baseline point, an optimized point. If you are moving along the line of innovation vector, okay, so let me explain. So this is a trade-off line. This is an IFR. This is your I think let me put the entire picture, right? So the blue one is the optimized point, something where you optimize, right? You will optimize and settle down somewhere here. That's not an innovation. First of all, that's just an optimization and it's a baseline. Now you have an IFR. You want to achieve both. And where is the IFR? As much away as you can think of. Think of it, it's at infinity. You can never achieve there, but it's a direction, right? So when you connect the blue to the IFR point, what you get is an innovation vector. Simple. And any ideas which you get on this vector is going to make your products innovative. Very simple. In a way, you are diluting this trade-off. You are resolving the contradictions or trade-off in the language of IPRO. So we call it as a resolution of contradiction. The more you are closer to IFR, the better you resolve it. The more you go move away from the base towards IFR, the better you. Okay, and the closer you are to IFR, the better you are in simple language. So this is a very important. This is a tool. Okay, these are tools, like we have seen the tools like price and Kano and things like that, and voice translation is a tool. This is another tool. This is called as MPV plot. Okay, or we it is also call it as an ideation plot. Anyway, uh, okay, I think the point is clear. Now, question to you: is this an innovative solution? Look at this black dot. You can MPV2 MPV2 is very higher than where you have the baseline, right? In terms of, let's say, stability, excellent stability. You can market your product. One of the best stability in the industry, right? When you drive. Now tell me, is this an innovative solution? Something you did and you are saying that I have the best in class, or I have best in class fuel economy, right? Best in class fuel economy. Manas says no, 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 no. Tell me, is it? I mean, you have best in class, huh, by the way. The I hope nobody is here from marketing, but no offense meant. Marketing people will pick up this and market it. The best in class fuel economy, the best in class noise signature, the best in class comfort, right? The best in class. No, no, no. Anybody, anybody. No, I think at least I'm happy. So everybody is saying no. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this is not the innovative solution. Okay, this is not the innovative solution. This is just an optimization taken to other side of the trade-off line. You just try, you can move. I mean, this line is available for you. You can move by tuning your product this way or that way. You can do that. No, no, it is a standard engineering activity. Of course, it takes time, effort, money. It will be a standalone funded project. I all agree with that. But absolutely, it is in any sense, it is not an innovation. Your customer may need only fuel economy and not the power. Yeah, you can develop that product for that customer. No, nobody stops you. But that's not an innovation. Innovation is only when you move along the vector, even a bit, even an inch. If you move on that vector, it is an innovation. You can go and file the patent. Even if you move an inch on this line, you have a potential to get an IP. Okay, believe me. Okay, just a minute. Okay, all right. Okay, now another point, optimization is compromise. If somebody is saying that optimization, I've done optimization, that's fine. It is needed, uh, at least to come to the baseline. And if your customer is happy with the baseline and optimized point, excellent, no problem. And you can be happy if your customers are happy. No, no worries. But remember, even if the customer is happy, your competition might be working on something on this innovation vector. If they come out and say that, hey, you can improve your, I will give you a product with increased power and increased fuel economy also, and I will charge you 10% more. Maybe the market share will shift there. They are okay to pay for that. This can happen. No surprise, right? So if your competition is working, you better work. We all better work today, even if our customers are happy. And we know customers are never happy, by the way. Okay, and again, stretching the point that MPV trade-off is at the core of innovation. It's at the core. It is in our control. You can create those ideas. By the way, we are not breaking any laws of physics. All we can all travel on this vector while still remaining under the governing laws of physics, chemistry. Everything will be respected. Uh, we are not going to violate, and we can still move along this line. That is the that is what the innovation is all about. Moving along this line. And then how do we move? We are going to see it. How do we move it? There are again very interesting tools and techniques and methods and philosophies. And we'll see that. But make a point here that this is our mission. Okay, MPV trade-off. Now I just want you to list down trade-offs or contradictions. So generally we use the term contradictions. That's what the literature says, and I'll not deviate. So just list down for your any product you are working or you are coming across. Can you please list down? And I just say A versus B. Do not write lot of description. Okay. Can you please do that for any product? And if you say if you are telling me that your product does not have any trade-off, then something is not right. Please go back and check. Okay, your turn, guys. Environment safety versus cost. Okay, battery efficiency and battery cooling. Good. Weight of car versus stability. Excellent. Keep typing and pick up your own area. And it not be only cars and automotive. You can even pick up as simple as a pencil and the pen and uh, whatever. Quality versus quantity. Size as versus feature. Way versus fuel economy. Okay. Vehicle size versus ease of maintenance. All right. Efficiency. Yeah, you got the point. Okay. You got the point. Fuel efficiency. Excellent. Now contradiction exists across systems, subsystems, components. It's not just the product which the customer is buying has a trade-off at a very high level. Even at a very component level, the trade-offs and the contradiction exist. Now you are using, I mean, just simply, customer is buying, let us say, a vehicle. He and the vehicle has many subsystems and components, right? Now, even if the customer is only interested in MPVs, which are main value, the ultimately the MPVs are delivered by the subsystems and components only, which is part of our job. Okay, so let's look at the component. I mean the contradiction exists at component level also when we are taking the product back right into our factory and industry and trying to develop the solution. So I'm also giving you a perspective of don't think of the end product, just also think about a component which somebody is as simple as a spring, right? Now this is as simple as spring. Just read this statement. I keep giving this example. It's a very simple example. So example is a proto trials are completed with new design of. I'll just read it. I'll stop. Okay, are you able to? I hope you are able to understand. Now how? Okay, now in a simple language, No, please stop. Yeah. So in a very simple language, this is a description. Okay, this is a description of the problem. Now, in a very simple language, this is a trade-off. What we are saying, when I want to improve, this is how any engineer working on this problem would like to define this. On the x-axis, we have a comfort. On an y-axis, we have a stiffness, right? So it says simply there is a trade-off. If I want to improve the stiffness of my spring, the comfort on the smooth road goes down, but the comfort on the rough road improves, and vice versa. And then we intersect these curves and we say this is, optimum stiffness. As I said, optimization is a compromise. So once you optimize this stiffness, you are neither happy on the rough road, neither our customers are happy on the smooth road. And we do not want to settle down with this optimum point right in the beginning. We are losing an opportunity for innovation, as I said. So what is the solution? Again, can you see the seesaw effect, right? Even just a simple cartoon to remember, there is a seesaw effect. You want to improve the comfort on rough road, right? And then the comfort on the smooth road goes down. One thing doesn't allow other to improve. That is what we mean by seesaw effect. Now, what is the solution? Can you tell me the solution? How somebody has not optimized but resolved it? This is as simple as spring. Depends on okay, utility. No, I mean, don't now tell me the solution. How solution is not optimization. We are moving. We need to move along that vector and resolve it. Right? Remember this vector. We need to have some idea which will help me to have comfort on rough road also and comfort on the smooth road also. Okay. Using two types of spring. Yeah, dual spring. Right. Variable diameter spring or dual spring solutions. I think you're all using two types of spring. Anything else? Very simple solution. Variable spring stiffness, very good, Hemant. Balloon suspension. Yeah, you are saying it. It's a very simple solution. No, known to industry since last 15 years, nothing new. It's a variable spring stiffness. I'm just putting this picture because this is exactly what automotive manufacturers are doing. You all your solutions are all right, but I'm just picking up the case where automotive manufacturers today are not really doing this optimization. They are using this is simple spring. If you look at this spring, it's a variable stiffness spring, right? The the variable pitch, and it gives you variable stiffness. Now, and is this a new to industry today? No, but maybe back 20 years back, whoever has done this idea would have got patent, right? This was new in that during that era, right? So so this is what we are supposed to achieve. How to achieve it? We are not really talking about. I'm just giving you the possibilities. This is what the possibilities are, and this is in our control. After we understand the customer voices, the insights, and understand the trade-off, that trade-off is going to be, foundation for all our activities in future. This is what we are supposed to create. And how to create, we will talk about it. How part, we'll also talk about it, so that there are no eureka moments. And we move towards this solution systematically. We come across to this solution systematically. Okay, so this stiffness, this solution resolves that contradiction to a very good extent. And this spring becomes a stiffer when you are provides you high stiffness when we are on the rough road, and it provides a less stiffness when we are on the smooth road. Okay. Now, I think the point is clear. Now let's move next. We started with this plot, and this plot is very important. Please, this never forget about this. Is called as MPV plot, and I don't want you to forget. Okay, what is happening on my slide? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, somehow somehow my slides are not moving. Are you able to see my slides?
We can see your slides, sir. MPV1 versus MPV2.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not moving to next slide. Okay, let me reload this presentation. Okay.
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay, so sorry for this. Wait for a few seconds, 1 minute maybe. Something is wrong. Okay, now it is moving. Okay, fine. I think now it is. By the way, Ruturaj, are you able to see it is full screen only, right?
Yes, sir, we can see it full
Okay,
screen. No
okay,
issues.
okay, perfect. Okay, so we talked about how part of it, right? So now we are now going in the how part or the interesting part about ideas before that. So we have to create the ideas, right? Now we are now moving from insights to MPVs, trade-offs, and now the need to create ideas because we want to be innovative. That's what we are here for. Okay, now coming to the world of ideas and uh, how to create ideas and what is this whole world of ideation. Let's look at it for some time. Okay, and if innovation is true, then idea is a seed. This is very important quote. If you're I mean, look at, right, we are actually if your idea itself is bad, right, then the rest of the activities uh, are going to be waste. Okay, so idea is important, by the way. After insights, the idea is important and it's engineering responsibility. Right? So far, you can say, "Oh, I did not get the customer voice right." Now you can't say, I did not create the idea right." That's purely the responsibility of technical teams. Okay, where and how do we get good ideas? Now we are entering into the world of idea. Let's look at how the idea works and how the creativity works. Ideation is an important part of the whole process of innovation. And I like this quote by some person I don't know. All great ideas are already there within us, right? It just needs the right spark to unleash the whole creative power. And this is what we are doing it here. I am not going to make you creative. You are already creative. Ideas are not going to come from this laptop or from anywhere else. They are all going to come from our own brain. Look at this image, and this is how people have done some again work on how the brain creates ideas. So we have, the right brain and the left brain, and there is a lot of research and the work on how to utilize the power of the brain on the both the sides. It is the right side which has a different way of looking at the things, which is more of a creative. You can see the people, flying the kites and reading and writing. Whereas on the left side, it is more of a logical, rational. Somehow we have become a left brained people if we have continuously working only on the rationals, logics, simulation, data, and you can't take the decision intuitively. That's the logic. Now, which one is right? Both are right in their own way, and we need to utilize the power. And there are some tools. Now let me introduce you to a simple tool called Medici tool, which is generally used for I mean, just tell you the power of the right brain. This is right brain tool. That's just a power of creativity which is within us. And let's use this very interesting tool, which can give you very creative and diverse ideas for any product. Don't worry about whether your product has a problem or not. You have a you have something in your hand, like as simple as a pencil, and you want to just create the ideas. No, you just want to unleash your creativity and see how the ideas comes up from your own mind using this simple tool called Medici tool. Now this is how it works. So what happens is this is your product, the pencil, right? Now keep the pencil same. Do not change it. If you have something else, you can use that product there. But once you choose the product, do not change. So product pencil is your product which you want to improve, and then you add something from the Medici library. I have just pulled out few images there. Now this is a speedometer. Now what we need to do is, I think something is missing on this slide. Sorry, something is missing on this slide. So the instruction here is we need to copy some technology, feature or property. I should have listed it down here, but listen to me that for that matter. Some technology, feature, any technology, feature or property from this object, okay, into this pencil. Add it. For example, so this is a speedometer, so it is measuring something. It's a property of measuring something, right? Now, if you want to use this property of measuring something into the pencil, the idea is let the pencil have the feature of measuring the number of words it writes. Maybe you can have your own idea, right? It can measure the number of words. You can measure the length you wrote. It can measure the calorie of your hand when you were writing, things like that. And it has now this is, you need to just pick up whatever comes to your mind. So what is that you want to pick up from this object, as in terms of technology, in terms of property or some feature, right? And add it. Don't think too much. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down as an idea for the pencil. Okay, pencil is not going to go away. Okay, now please start. And keep writing. Do not think too much. As I said, this is not a scientific, don't analyze too much. Just pick up and write whatever comes to your mind, and as I keep showing, I'll stay for 5 seconds on each image. Okay, now writing speed could be measured. Excellent, Manas. Lead thickness, keep writing. Non-breaking nibs. Okay, now time for next image. And now stop thinking for this slide. Now now instead, in place of the speedometer, replace it with the uh, rubber bands. Do not change the pencil, please. Pencil plus rubber band, that's how we have to see it. Grip, excellent. Grip, right. Rubber band, not easily breakable. Eraser, wow. Weapon, just keep typing, don't think too, whatever comes to your mind. Flexible, right. Flexible, a flexible pencil, okay. Non-breakable, non-breakable, yeah. Elastic, toy, what comes to your mind? Toy. Okay, now next image. Gravity. Somebody says hairpin. I like that. Somebody says hairpin. Use pencil as a hairpin. Yeah, and then you can use it as a pencil also in case you need. Very good. Less weight. Good. Less weight. Smoothness. Less weight. Okay. What else comes to your mind? When fall down, nib not broken. Excellent. See, somebody says when fall down, nib not broken. Yeah. Okay. Next image. It is up to you what you want to pick up, okay, from this image. There is no prescription. Please type the ideas. Lightweight, air. Somebody says air. I don't understand. You need to tell me what is the idea of pencil. less weight. Okay. Think about more. What is it? What are some properties of this balloon? What is the technology of this balloon? What are some characteristics of this balloon? And unique, something which is unique to this balloon, which you can copy to the pencil. Variable diameter of pencil. Okay. Okay. Flexible. Rubber. Elasticity. Yeah. Thin layer of wood around the lid. Okay. Pencil tied to balloon as a toy. Okay. Storage of nitrogen. Okay. Right. Pencil driving technology. Okay. What comes to your mind? Now, next image. Doesn't create stress on hands while creating for a long time. Don't, I mean, just tell me the ideas. Okay. Doesn't create stress is a requirement of a customer. We are talking about ideas. What comes to your mind for the pencil? Grip, right? Right. Grip is an idea. Smooth writing. Okay. Smooth writing is again a need, by the way. Stylish. Stylish. Okay. Stylish and comfortable. Just modify the pencil in your mind. Okay. Just modify the pencil in your mind by copying something from this product, from this trigger. Ergonomic. Okay. Attractive design. Pencil with light, can write dark, can write in dark. Very good. Automated pencil. Okay. Next image. Automated pencil so that long writing doesn't strain hands. Very good. Yeah, automated. See, think about it. See, the two-wheeler is actually an auto. We call it the automotive. You don't have to push it. The engine pushes. Push the engine push the vehicle. We just hold it and control it. Same feature you can copy. Can we have an engine to the something like pencil, which will help the writing smoother? It will assist you. Uh, okay, something like that. Roller assisted pencil. Ramesh said. Oh, yeah. Yes. Roller assisted pencil. See, roller assisted pencil, I like the concept. Imagine, guys, what happens when I know my kids, when they write the pencil, immediately after some time, they have to keep sharpening it, keep sharpening it, keep sharpening it. So when you have something like roller, like a ball pen roller, maybe you don't have to sharpen it every time. Think about it. Anyway, chargeable pencil. Okay, measurable pencil. Yeah. Self-filling system. Self-filling system. Yeah, yeah. Lead should be able to be refilled, and we have that lead pencil. By the way, I think somebody could create this kind of ideas, right? uh, I don't know the tool way they used, but at least ink refill pencil. Excellent. Ink refill pencil. I don't know, it's not there in the market, but will be a very good it will be a very good idea. Siva Vigil says ink refill pencil. I mean, very good idea. I like that idea. I mean, keep filling the pencil. You can erase it. Probably better. Anyway, next image. Now I will be faster. Please keep typing. Please only use the picture on the screen. Don't forget about the last slides. Sorry. Sparking pencil. Fire resistant material. Okay. Chemical pencil. Look at the robot. What comes to your mind? Color changing pencil. Somebody says, Samruddhi said color changing pencil. I like that idea. My daughter would like to have that pencil because she keep forgetting taking all the colors in the, his her compass box. And if it is only one pencil which you can manipulate the colors, amazing for her. Please use the image on the screen. Okay, forget about, you need to stop and move to the next. Okay. I want everybody to think. Okay, we are here to think. That's the cost of this. Even when Technova says this is a free course, it is not. There is a cost of thinking. On and off, right? We would like to have an on and off pencil. I like that idea because sometimes that sharp nib can be uh, risky. Digital pencil, right? Very good. We have that in the market anyway. Stylus. Yeah, somebody says stylus. Very good. Excellent. All right. All right. Thank you. I mean, I hope it was, you could believe your own creative potential, right? That was the idea. Look at the ideas again, guys. Look at the ideas. How much time did we took? Maybe 5 minutes. I don't know exactly. Maybe 6 minutes. How many ideas we generate just in 6 minutes, right? So many ideas, and from where these ideas came? It came from your own mind. It was all there, but it just, this was just a trigger. This was just a trigger to get the flow of ideas in the momentum. That's the only thing this tool has done. That's the only thing the tool, any tool in the world will do. No ideas would come from the tool or from the external software. There are ideation software in the market, but that is just a trigger. Okay, and the triggers are more than enough for us. Okay, now this was a Medici tool. You can pick up any product and see what else can you do to that product. Then you can match it to your MPVs, right? You can match it if it can solve some problem, some pain areas. Rather than getting biased with the customer voice, you just first create the ideas and then see the matching. That is all possible. And this is a very good tool. I like it. Okay, now, so if you're so creative, right? I be now no, I did my job to convince you that you are creative. Okay, and you are creative. Believe me, all of us. Then why we don't really create great ideas every time in every situation, right? Sometimes I don't know, sometimes we may believe for wrong reason that some one person in the organization is, quite creative. One or two people. There is one team who is more creative, and not this function and not that department. That's not. I don't. I mean, it's very difficult to accept. Uh, why are we not able to create the ideas when we, even if okay, not enough focus. Okay, focus is one idea. Focus is one aspect. Time is not there. Those are all fine. But even if we have given the time, not necessarily we always come out with the best ideas. You know, because there are barriers to ideation. I'm talking about some fundamental barriers. If you don't have time, if you don't have energy, if you are busy something else, those are reasons, and I'm not worried about it. Yeah, mindset. We'll talk about that also. Okay, let's look at barriers to ideation today. Okay, this is my favorite, and if this is a repeat for few of you, you need to forgive, and you need to then allow others to give an opportunity to answer it, because few of you guys are attending this course second time, which is a great news for us. Okay, so problem is very simple. We are talking about barriers to ideation. What comes in between us and our ideas? Okay, so situation is very simple. An iron pipe is kept on the top of this slider, where however it does not roll down. Now tell me why. Now somebody says Mayuri says friction. What else? Why? Yeah, rectangular shape. Yeah, because of endurance, angle of the wedge shape. Hump. Yeah. Keep typing. Nothing right and wrong here. Nothing right and wrong here. I think yeah. I will exactly spend only next 60 seconds. I'm monitoring the time and I will stop there. Please keep typing till that point. Please keep typing. What are all the possibilities? Maybe it is kept there and tied. Yeah. Good one. A sliding resistor. Yeah, weight and friction. Keep typing, guys. Pipe shape. Yeah. Angle of repose. Keep typing. Weight. Right. Anti-gravity slider. Okay, good. High friction. Direction of lay. Okay. Pipe. M material. Slope of angle is not proper. Magnetic. Yeah, magnetic. Good thought. What else? Okay, vacuum. Things like that. Good. Vacuum. Okay. Now there is one possibility. Only I have seen only one person talking about it. But there is one possibility we generally. Okay, let me. Okay, now you need to raise your hand. Okay, I can see your raised hands. How many of you assumed when this problem is posed? How many of you assumed when this problem is posed that there is a gravity? You just assumed it. Okay, just raise your hand. Honestly, how many of you assumed? I mean, the solution could be there is no gravity. Please raise your hands. If others, I mean, there is only one person who gave the answer, and we have 112 participants. So almost 100 people assumed that there is a gravity. Even if you don't raise the hand, that's my interpretation. That's fine. And I'm not trying to prove anybody right and anybody wrong here. This is a statistics. If this problem is posed to a wider population, which is all which I mean I have at least might have shared this with 500 different people. 90% people assume that there is a gravity. Now, what is the point I'm making? This is an important point I want to make, right? We assume something when the problem is posed without our own knowledge. We assume that there will be always a gravity, as if it is given to us, as if it cannot be challenged, as if it is a boundary condition of the problem that we assume without our own knowledge. And this is called a psychological inertia, and this is the number one barrier to the ideation. Okay, number one barrier to the ideation. So look at what happens when there is a problem. We assume. Now why it's not, I mean, this is just an example of gravity, but there are these gravity type of concepts in our mind, in our mind, in our boss's mind, in our organization mind, and teams. I'll see, at least I see hands of around 55 people going up. Imagine these 55 people, and out of 55, I pick up 30 diverse candidates. 30 people are brainstorming in the session, right? And it's a brainstorming session, by the way, right? Brainstorming session. They will all assume, all the 30 people, that there is a gravity, and all of them can create concept 1, concept 2, concept 3, concept 4, and then variants of those concepts and so on. Whereas the problem and whereas the solution may lie here. Can you see that? And as a team, you may not even come to the solution, and that's a problem. The psychology. So that's why if you look at some research in the Harvard, they say brainstorming standalone doesn't really guarantee you the best solution. Standalone brainstorming, even if with the 30 diverse people, does not guarantee you. Yeah, one thing is one person should not solve the problem. That is perfectly fine. But the next version is, even the brainstorming standalone without any usage of tools is also not very productive. Of course, it will be better than doing one person. Okay, so number one barrier, and the whole research of this systematic innovation and trees went into understanding how, what are the barriers and how can we now overcome the barriers, right? How do we overcome the barriers? That's what we are going to see. Maybe, I mean, in the next our next session onwards, right? And so we will look at some other barriers. This is just number one, but there are few more. We will look at them tomorrow. Sorry, the next class, which is on Saturday next week, and then we will also see how to overcome them. And the good news is there is a way to overcome those barriers, overcome this kind of psychological inertias, so that uh, when you are brainstorming, or even if you are a small team, you are fairly sure to move towards the solution side, and not just wander in many unnecessary direction. That's the promise of the research and the work people are doing outside. All right, so we will stop here.